Happy Michael Rodd, or 2 Sundays ago, of course, he rode 6 winners, the last 6 straight at the Sunshine Coast. So good luck to young Michael. Terrific win there in the 3rd. Okay, that's an enormous crowd at Flemington, so definitely looking at around that 100,000 mark. Wonderful atmosphere. Kembla Grange, the 3rd event on the card, is not far away. And the runners heading to the start there. Bowes Law at 7:10, Glassos at 2:30, 5:30 Snip of Glory, backing 2 for Spin the Top. It's at 8:10. It continues to firm. And a little money Swepscay Blue Lock. They're the main ones there for the 3rd on the card. So Kembla Grange due in 3 from now, and Glassos the firm favourite, has been favourite throughout for Scott Pollard there. Now Morfettville, race 1, 13 minutes away. Conditions there today, fine and good. The 3-year-olds go around in the first. A maiden, and Ferro Georgia is the 100 rater. Brindabella, Champagne Gold, and Missy Vivian. So 4, 1, 2 and 8. And just a quick look here, $4 Champagne Gold. Odds on, Let's Fly Away, $1.90, 9.10 Missy Vivian. Now let's head back to Flemington. Here's Michael Rodd.
The aerial shot up here, and it just shows us what sort of a job you had to do to try and weave your way through, and you got through a very, very needle-eye opening, but this little horse has responded well.
Yeah, she has. She appreciates being held up, and she was a long way back there. She's probably a bit more suited to longer journey races, but I know how she can really finish, and I just sat there and rode her for a bit of luck, and they just kept fanning, and, you know, as it turned out, I got the runs, and no, she ran real well. Well,
at one stage there, I think the run was for you. It was a very, very short gap and a very, very small gap, but she managed to just push her way through.
Yeah, that's right. It was a split-second decision whether to go for it or come around, and I knew what I had underneath me, so I could push through, and she's only a small horse, so makes it a bit easier.
Big moment for you a little bit later on. Melbourne Cup Day, Yakama. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm quite excited. I can't wait to get out there. She's drawn well. She doesn't really have a lot of tactical speed early. She will be back, but, you know, with 49 kilos on her back, and she has shown that she can make long runs in races. So if I can get on something's tail, you know, near the half mile or somewhere, then look out.
Michael, good luck.
Right, thank you.
All right.
There he is, Michael Rodd, and a brilliant ride there. And he's such an accomplished young rider too, going very, very well. Magic Tumbler too good for them in the 3rd. At Kembla, they could be running late here, it appears. Only in the mounting yard. So I don't know what the problem is there, but they are running late. They have a big gap, of course, coming up. They run these first 3 traditionally on Cup Day. Then they have a gap and run sort of a twilighter, races 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 later on in the day. So there is a late scratching here too in number 15, King of Dubai. King of Dubai. That's a late scratching there in the 3rd at Kembla. We'll take a break. We're back with more on Cup Day on Sky right after this.
$350 mark. Damien Oliver sends Media Puzzle to the lead ahead of Vinnie Rowe, who can't find. And back behind them is Beekeeper, distinctly Secret, fantastic. But Damien Oliver riding with the spirit of Jason. Out by 3 on Media Puzzle. I think he's got the cup one. Beekeeper, Mr. Prudent running on from Vinnie Rowe, but it's Media Puzzle clear. And Media Puzzle. Damien and Dermot have done it. Media Puzzle beats Mr. Prudent, Beekeeper, Vinnie Rowe 4. It's a standing ovation. There's not a person sitting down. 120,000 plus applauding 1 minute.
My brother Jason, I couldn't have done it without you, buddy. So this one's for you.
Yes, indeed. Wonderful scenes from last year with Media Puzzle winning last year's Cup and Damien Oliver.
And they've lined the car park all the way from the 1,600 metre mark almost, right around to the 200 metre mark in the straight. So That's a good 500 metres or so. Cars everywhere, people everywhere. It's terrific to see. And they're having a ball. But we have one race to go before a long gap, and then race number 4 on the program will be run at 4:05. We have a riding change coming through. Creston King in race number 5 is now Robin Freeman. So Robin Freeman aboard Creston King in the 5th event on the card. First things first, race number 3, 250 for Glasos, who is a first starter by Snippets. Scott Pollard and Stephen Hill, the combination. It'll be the last one to move in by the look of it. All the way down there in the 1,000 metre chute. $5 Bowes Law. It's had the 15 starts for 6 minor placings, and $5 for Snip of Glory, also a first starter. I'd say they're all in. Third race, LJ Hooker Plate, 1,000 metres. Starter on top of the platform. Just steps off momentarily. Now they're right again, and they're racing at the 1,000 metres. Now missing the start towards the centre was Spin the Top by a couple of lengths. Swepskate driving up on the inside away fairly. Glasos away well and lands 2 lengths in front of Bowes Law. Swepskate driving up on the inside. Son of a Pit not far away, and Lock Matty out 3 wide on the track. Spectacular Side is next, and then Blue Lock in between horses from Snip of Glory. Nikita behind them from Victoria's Crown on the inside. Liberty Lass 3 and 4 deep. About 3 lengths away Spin the Top, and 6 lengths away to Pop Song at the tail. Glasos at the 450. Swings for home about a length in front of Bowes Law. Swepskate behind them. Blue Lock down the outside with Son of a Pit, Snip of Glory, and Spectacular Sight is right under the arches down the outside, but Glasos at the 200 metres, 2 lengths in front of Blue Lock, and then came Bowes Law on the outside, Snip of Glory, but Glasos going very, very well. 3 or 4 lengths in front with 50 metres to go. This is a speedy effort, and Glasos did it well by 2.5 lengths, Snip of Glory and Blue Lock. 4th in the race, Bowes Law, and then came Swepskate on the inside from Spectacular Sight, and then Son of a Pit from Pop Song, who made up some ground and picked up 5 horses in the end. Liberty Lass Spin the Top, Lock Matty, Nikita, and last of all was Victoria's Crown.
She was pretty impressive. Glasos, 261.50. So the favourite home for Scott Pollard, Snip of Glory second, and Blue Lock third. So 4, 5, 10 after race 3 on the card there at Kembla. They have a gap now, and the 4th event won't be till 5 past 4. Impressive victory to Glasos. 261.50 over Snip of Glory and Blue Lock. 5.30, 9.80 and 80.40 for 4, 5 and 10 after the running of race 3. Now they're heading to the start at Royal Randwick for the running of race 1. The scratching here is number 8, a field of 9 going around, and Shadow Hawk here is the favourite in this first event, and looks to be pretty hard to beat on its good third last start at Canterbury. Glossy Games is firming. It's come in a couple of points back from a spell. 470 the Little King. Narrabeen first starter by Dodge. Sports Kings also had support too, number 5. It's also back from a break. Larry Cassidy has some very good rides, and he's on Shadow. Well, the good supporters come for Glossy Games here in the first at Randwick. It's joined Shadow Hawk as favourite now, and Ronnie Stewart riding for the man he's indentured to, Gary Portelli. They've had a lot of success lately. They're equal favourites in front of the Little King at 580, Narrabeen at 760 and 10 for Sport.
It's a rarity we see it out that far, but the track looks in magnificent order. Now here's the Little King, trained by Tim Martin. So he had the 3 starts, Corindai and then at Tamworth. Now down to Rose Hill to Tim's stables, and we're just about ready for action. Once Shadow Hawk links in, Shadow Hawk goes forward now. Lana Key to Reggie. And we're just about right for the first of 7 here at Randwick. Rostrum steadies. racing this time. Shadow Hawk from the outside jumped quickly. Rostrum and the Little King with Glossy Games away nicely, followed by Sports King, and then a break of a length and a half to Tahu. La Nikita making up a little bit of ground. Narrabeen second last, and tailed right off as they sort themselves out is Sandandy. They come along past the 700, and here's Shadow Hawk joined by Glossy Games the inside. The Little King is third. Sports King is running fourth and a half length into La Nikita, followed by Rostrum. Tahu. Last of the main division is Narrabeen, and Sandandy is right out of the hunt. They're homeward bound now, and up the rise they come. Glossy Games and Shadow Hawk, little between them. The Little King third, Sports King is fourth, and then comes Tahu and La Nikita down to the distance at the 200, and Glossy Games got a break, nearly a length. Shadow Hawk is battling on tenaciously, clear of Sports King, but the heavily backed Glossy Games spurts away. Narrabeen getting home late, but it's all Glossy Games, and Glossy Games wins it well from Narrabeen and Shadow Hawk, followed by Rostrum. La Nikita wider out from Tahu, and then Sports King, the Little King, and last throughout was Sandandy.
Ronnie Stewart and Gary Portelli and Glossy Games winning the first at 3:31.50. She's pretty green, but held them off at the finish. And a nice performance by this filly by Mind Games, defeating Narrabeen, the first starter. It came home well and is one to watch, and Shadow Hawk getting third. Now, runners parade at Flemington, and this is the fourth on the card on Cup Day. And the market shows Edgerton now at 8.90, 5.70 Toast of the Coast, 9.80 about Darmadanoch. Covet Thee given a chance, recurring, big tip this morning, 6.20, some support Unguarded Moment and Dream Liker. And some money Swiss Vault, also Raging Inferno, Leon Chiara at 11, and the rest at very, very long odds. So another big field of 16 to go around here. Let's have a look at the runners, and we're joined by Alfie Rajalain. Alf, any chance?
Getting a little bit hot in the mounting enclosure, just on the toe. The occasion might be getting the better of it. 61.5 kilos, big impost. I think it's a query today.
Okay, let's have a look at number 2 here. Edgerton by Racer's Edge, and is well in the market. Quite a bit of support for it at 8.90.
Looks very well indeed. In fact, it's the best I've ever seen it. Whether it's good enough with that sort of weight in this race is the only query I have.
Okay, what about number 3? Let's have a look at Damien Oliver's ride. Toast of the Coast has had a couple of runs back, and of course Damien combining with Tony Vassell again here. Must be a good chance, the favourite.
Tony's horse is just absolutely flying at the moment, and again, I can't knock it. It looks very well indeed.
Looking at number 4 at 9.70, Darmadanoch, and Darren Gauci rides this mare by Snippets for Lee Friedman.
Likes the straight and looks well.
Covet Thee, Jim Cassidy has some toe. Chris Lee's trains by St Covet. Ran a good second at Caulfield last start. Any chance?
Wanted to hang and shift around a little bit on that occasion when it ran second. I wouldn't be dismissing it. It looks well.
Well, Tony Brassel has made recurring, I think, his best bet of the day. And it trialled brilliantly just recently at Rose Hill. Has always had a lot of promise by Pentire, Gerald Ryan trains.
Well, if Tony likes it and it's his special for the day, all I can tell him, it looks absolutely outstanding in the mounting enclosure.
It does look healthy, doesn't it? What about number 7, Unguarded Moment by Gold Ace, and Zach Purton's ride in the race, number 7. It's quoted at $14.
Wouldn't surprise at all. Looks well. Just don't think it's been quite showing what I thought it was capable of in recent runs. Its effort last start, however, was good behind Dream Liker.
And speaking of Dream Liker, there is Dream Liker, and Dan Nicklick rides at $15 today, clashing again with Unguarded Moment. Cliff Brown trains.
You're getting value about most horses in this event. It looks well too.
Let's have a look at number 9, and one of the roughies here, or $20 chance, but one at Cheltenham last start, okay, Swiss Vault.
Yeah, it might be big odds. The thing is, it has got strength. It's won over a lot further than this, and it's got nice speed too. I'd expect it to be not far away. I think I might be including it. Looks good.
Okay. Well, another Tony Vassell trained mare is Venus a Go-Go by West Quest, but at big odds.
Yeah, look, it has won over the 1,000. It just gives the impression that it really does want further. Doesn't get a lot of luck, and it runs in its races round a corner because it does, in fact, get back a long way. But I certainly can't knock it. It looks very well and, in fact, got a glittery behind.
Okay, race number 11 is Raging Inferno, and Steve King rides. Not a bad run when third to Edgerton last start at the Valley.
Yeah, effort there, and meets Edgerton a touch better here. Look, it would not surprise. Again, it's trained on okay and may have drawn the right side of the track.
This mare by Lion Hunter is number 12, and that is Leone Chiara, and Craig Newitt's ride, last start winner at Sandown.
Yeah, and beat a horse called Class Success. That form will be very good. If this can run down the straight, that's the only query I have. However, it is trained here, but never attempted it yet. It's the big query in the race, and it wouldn't surprise at all. Drawn beautifully too.
Number 13, Miss Marion, Steve Baster's ride. Lightly raced mare, but at her best, she'd be a chance, Alf?
Definitely got the ability to win a race like this, and it looks good.
Here's another one that doesn't win too often. Number 14, River Woman. Been backed and beaten a few times by Desert King. Matty Ellerton trains. Brett Preble rides and is at big odds today.
However, it does look well, but statistics tell you it can't win.
What about number 15? She'll be at pretty long odds. We'll try that. $157 if you like. And trained by Matty Highland, Palace Archway.
Yes, I think, well, it hasn't raced since July. First up form, it has actually won once from 5 occasions, but I guarantee you in much weaker company.
And the Bill Mitchell trained Maldemir makes up the field, 16 to run, but is at $80.
Yeah, thought it was a bit ordinary last start at Caulfield. Previous to that, form is solid behind Royal Sash. Does look okay, so it's obviously coping well. Billy wouldn't be running it if he didn't think it had some chance.
All right, Alf, thanks for that. It's a pretty open race, and I think everyone agrees with that. Apart from Brass, who really is keen on recurring, there is a value bet in the race too, 1902 238 238. Okay, now Leon McDonald trains Raja Lane, and let's go to this interview with Leon and Andrew Mansley.
Leon, a big day for the stable, starting off here with Raja Lane, a very honest horse.
Yeah, she's been very honest, Andrew, and very competitive up the straight. The 61.5 does worry a bit, but as you said earlier, she'll give her best, I'm sure.
And the straight, she's rallied that like a few of your horses.
Yeah, they seem to like the straight. They might be well enough broken in to go around corners.
Okay. What about Devon then in the Cup? One of the outsiders, the owners were keen to run. Are you happy with the way the horses come through?
Look, she pulled up well after her run the other day. I read in the paper that she was would run in the first 5, so I was supposed to have said, but I don't go along with that one. It probably wasn't my idea to run her, but seeing she was qualified, they wanted to run her, and fair enough.
Yeah. Civil to the 1400 should suit?
Should suit him well. He ran quite a good race at Caulfield on when was it, 1,000 Guineas Day. Had a fair bit of weight, made ground late. Today he's well drawn, should get a very good run.
All right, good luck to Leon McDonald with his horses there at Flemington today. Waiters ride at Morfordville, and Ferros, that was Alfie with Stephen King. We will go back to Alf in a moment, and recurring is still the favourite in front of Toast of the Coast and Covert D. And Edgerton, Leone Chiara and Dama de Noche. Some names here. Alfie, what have you...
From that position, Kieran McAvoy can go whichever side he deems is the right way to go. It's the favoured runner. Raja Lane with a big weight is set. Covert D has gone into 12. Has the pace to go either side as well. Raging Inferno's come up. Meldemer's gone in next to Unguarded Moment. Venus Agogo links up into the stalls, and now Edgerton is coming up for Brad Rawiller. Locks in now. Out in 14, Taste of the Coast is ready. Won 3 races last preparation in 3 different states. Near the outside, Leone Chiara is set. Coming up is Swiss Volt. And that leaves Dama de Noche to move in on the outside, and we'll have them right to run. She's a 3 times winner at Flemington. Racing now. Recurring jumped okay in the middle of the line, and so too did Covet Thee. They're going to edge to the outside rail. David and Notcher had begun very fast out there, and Leone Chiara's in behind that bunch of horses, and they certainly have split. They've left with only 2 horses going down on the flat side, and Miss Marion is leading that side of the course ahead of Palace Archway. All of them virtually out this side, coming towards the 650. David and Notcher has the lead to Covet Thee. Up there too is Edgston in 3rd place in the line with Raja Lane, and they're followed then by Toast of the Coast, Leone Chiara. Back there with those is Recurring as they come to the 400 metres, and then Dream Like Her and a fair way back in the field. Raging Inferno starting to make some ground, and Miss Marion and Palace Archway over on the inside of the course. They look to be a little too far back, coming towards the 200 metres. Raja Lane with a big weight. Leone Chiara out in the middle, and Recurring with Edgston now close. Leone Chiara and Recurring going to the lead together with Edgston. It's Leone Chiara and Recurring. Leone Chiara too good, beats Recurring. Photo 3rd between Edgston and Palace Archway over on the inside. And then River Woman, Raging Inferno, Unguarded Moment, followed by Swiss Vault. And then came Miss Marion on the inside from Venus Agogo and Meldemur, Covet Thee and Toast of the Coast. Then came Dream Like Her, and Raja Lane weakened with her big weight. And back towards the tail, Dama de Noche, who showed plenty of speed but weakened out.
Leone Chiara and Craig Newitt wins the prize over Recurring and Edgston. So 12, 6 and 2 as Craig Newitt returns, and it'll be a thrill for Craig to win a race on Melbourne Cup Day 2. 1940 the Quinella, Exacta 42.20 and $439 the trifecta of 12, 6 and 2 after the running of race 4 down the straight. But she was too good. Now, Morfordville, the whip and the cap, and now here is Craig.
Craig, while I'm waiting for you to step down, this was an effort full of praise because we are talking about a horse to be 3 starts leading up to today against some pretty quick and pretty experienced other horses.
That's exactly right. Like, she's only had the 4 starts now for 3 wins. Stepped up to the plate today, but she done it in good fashion.
Okay, talk us through it, Craig, because you've been aboard it, you know her pretty well. You're starting to get a bit of an affinity with this horse, I think. Talk about your luck in running.
Yeah, she had a fair bit of luck in running. They sort of ran along a bit. I was hoping not to go to the outside fence all that much. I just wanted to stay around the centre of the track. A couple of them went quick, and I was able to come out 4 or 5 off the outside fence, give a clear run in the last 600. She was just too good.
Mate, good to see you in the winner's circle on this Cup Carnival.
Thank you.
All right, Craig Newitt.
Yeah, fine young rider he is too, Craig Newitt, and there he is winning on Cup Day aboard number 12, Leone Chiara. Very day for Melbourne Cup Day, and he'll give it every chance, no doubt. There's the official divs at Flemington with correct weight on the 4th, 439, the 12.62 trifecta. Now here's the first 4, and it has paid $36,594.10. $36,594.10, that first 4 at Flemington. Number 1, and that is Church on Sunday. Rod Quinn riding for John Hawkes. This horse is placed at its only 3 starts and does look hard to beat. Dan Rees's only start was a good 3rd at Canterbury. Volantes Rose, well in the market at 8.10. Nice 4th first up. A Longer Magic, good chance. It's finished seconds at its only 2 runs at Canterbury, and it's at 5.80. Some support Luna Song. No, Tony gave it a very good chance this morning. First starter, recent trial winner. And Sleepless in Seattle, well in the market too. It's finished 3rds at its only 2 starts here for Matt Smith. So there.
And let's have a look at the latest tote score here. Number 1 at $3 in New South Wales. Number 7, Luna Song, $5.10. We've got number 5, A Longer Magic at $5.50. And number 11, Sleepless in Seattle at $5.90. And they're off in the second of the day here at Randwick, and Joe Noble jumped out quickly, and so too did Winning Aim. Sleepless in Seattle, and also going up on the inside is another well-tried runner, Luna Song. And as they settle down now, Winning Aim from Luna Song, Sleepless in Seattle 3rd, followed by Sierra Nevada, and a length further back is Joe Noble. Then Church on Sunday, Volantes Rose, A Longer Magic, 2 Dazzling Hula, Rambling Rose, and 4 lengths Refractive, and the late scratching is number 2, Dan Rees. On the side they go, at the 800 marker, and hurried around them was Joe Noble to lead the way. By 2 lengths, second placing on the outside, Winning Aim. Over on the inside, travelling third is Luna Song. A length further back, Church on Sunday wide. Sleepless in Seattle in the middle, and nearer to the rail, Sierra Nevada. Then a Longer Magic. Dazzling Hula, followed by a Rambling Rose, and then comes Falante's Rose, who's drifted back to second last, and 3 lengths Refractive as they head for home now. And Joe Noble shows the way, about a length on Winning Aim. Luna Song locked up. Church on Sunday still there. Sleepless in Seattle can't get out. Keeping her in is a Longer Magic, who's starting to sprint home well. And as they come to the 220, and a Longer Magic raced up to Church on Sunday. They got Joe Noble. A Longer Magic on the outside with a head in front from Church on Sunday. A Longer Magic just the leader. Church on Sunday kicking back. A Longer Magic's got its measure though. A Longer Magic beat Church on Sunday, Luna Song. And then Sleepless in Seattle, Joe Noble, Sierra Nevada, followed by Dazzling Hula, and then Winning Aim, our Rambling Rose, followed by Falante's Rose Refractive, and the late scratching number 2, Dan Rees.
Huey Bowman gets home on a Longer Magic at 5:61.90, just beating Church on Sunday, and Luna Song, who ran a very good race first up. So all 3 fillies can be followed out of that. Numbers will be 5-1-7 after the running of race 2 on the card. Song, $5.40, $13, and 77.20 was the 5-1-7 there, trifecta. And Regal Thrills, 1, 5, 3, and 8. Barabba Road is at 8.10. Support for Express Ball, Mahoob the favourite, Darren Beedman, 3.50. Our Eden given a chance, Clear Out at 5. Rosarino at 14. Regal Thrills, 6.20. And a little sprinkling there for Inspection, Jim Cassidy's ride at $19, and the others at pretty long odds. So race 5 on the card, 12 away. They parade as we link up with Alf Matthews, and the toppy here is a nice horse, Barabba Road, and has a very good strike rate, Alf.
Indeed he has. Looks very well too. He's performed in Melbourne in the past. No reason why he won't again, and had a nice freshen up too. Shapes well.
Okay, let's have a look at number 2 at $12 here. Stephen King rides for Ricky Maud. That's Express Ball. Disappointed last start, but a good second to start before.
I wasn't actually disappointed in its last start performance. It worked extraordinarily hard from an outside gate at Moonee Valley. Was entitled to knock up. I just thought this track and distance would suit it a lot better. Has got speed to burn and drawn the right spot.
Number 3 is the favourite, Mahoob, for John O'Shea and Darren Beedman, and is lightly raced, but shows a lot of promise and a very good trial win recently.
Yes, they're all talking about its trial win, and the only thing I can guarantee everybody, it looks very well.
Okay, number 4, Our Eden, and is a gelding by El Moxie, has won 2 of its 3 race starts and is at $12 today.
Yep, backs up fairly quickly. Again, can't knock it. It was very good at Caulfield. I'm prepared to sort of take it on, given the fact that it is backing up in such a quick time.
Yeah, ran, of course, in the L'Oreal. Now, Clear Out, Dan Nicholick's ride here is at $5, so would be just about second elect in the race, but the form's pretty good.
Very good indeed behind Barabba Road. I thought it was the sufferer of an average run in transit on that occasion. He's trained on the it and Barabba Road have both had exactly the same sort of freshen up. So it'll be interesting to see how they battle it out today. Barrier 3 may not be the spot-on place for Clear Out, but he really does look good.
Okay, a filly in the race that has a chance, no doubt, would be Rosarino, David Hall trained. Nice odds, Luke Curry to ride, $14.
And I think the better track conditions here suit it a lot better. It does look well, obviously trained on the track, so it won't have any trouble running down the straight, where it has in fact been a victor in the past.
All right, there we'll have to leave it, Alf, as they are moving in at Eagle Farm for the first.
A little bit in the last call coming through, but it worked down the straight here last Tuesday at the Breakfast with the Stars.
Yeah, and we saw Abdullah on Saturday. Also came here with Breakfast with the Stars and went down very casually.
They actually went together in that gallop, I think, at Breakfast with the Stars.
Correct, and they both look very good indeed. And, you know, you start lining up both horses. You know Abdullah's got superior speed. Yeah. However, they went together at a very slow rate out of the gate. So I think it holds Clear Out in good stead for an event like this.
I can see one blob of cloud above us here at Flemington, and just talking with James Earls from the VRC, no early crowd figure, but he believes that it will certainly surpass last year when it was 102,000. I think they're looking at about 110, maybe a bit more.
Well, they've got most of them out of the mounting enclosure to